doesn't want to spend their vacation in this beautiful continent of Asia? Well, Asia is the continent with diverse culture and traditions. There are n number of tourist spots and mesmerizing attractions. However, you shouldn't dare to cross the continent by a plane. Why? Because if you do so, you'll be hit by the lasting effect of the jet lag that comes by crossing over 2 different time zones. But how is that related to crossing this continent by plane? Well, this is simply because of the size of the continent. Asia is the largest continent on Earth, and rightly so because of its huge latitudinal and longitudinal extent. The continent extends from 10 degrees south to 80 degree north latitude and from 26 degree east to 170 degree west longitude. So you see, this vast latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the continent gives rise to a number of time zones. So the continent of Asia definitely has more number of time zones as compared to any other continent on Earth. So Asia, as you can see, is the largest continent on Earth. The longitudes or meridians are responsible for the different time zones, and with every 15 degree longitude there is a 1 hour difference in time. So the continent of Asia has a number of time zones, as I mentioned. In fact, Asia has around 11 time zones. That is, there is 11 hours difference in time between the western and eastern coast of the continent of Asia, right? So you see, all these numbers colored in black actually denotes the different time in the time zone, that is from 12 midnight at the prime meridian. At the prime meridian, that is 0 degree longitude, there is a difference in the time zones of all the countries that exist in the continent of Asia. And as you proceed further, the time increases, right? So you see that there are 11 time zones as per the Universal Time Coordinated, previously known as the Greenwich time, which is responsible for the different time zones over the different regions of the continent of Asia. So we just clearly understood that Asia definitely is the largest continent in the world, and what we need to know is that it is the land of extremes. Now, the largest continent on Earth is also the land of extremes. What exactly do we mean by that? And is the given title actually justifiable? Well, there are various reasons why this title of the land of extremes is absolutely right. Let us look at the reasons why Asia is rightly called the land of extremes. Now, the continent of Asia is the continent that consists of the highest and the lowest point on Earth. The highest point on Earth being Mount Everest, at an elevation of 8,848 meters from the Earth's surface, is present in Asia. However, the lowest point too on Earth is present in the same continent, and here we are talking about the Dead Sea. So the Dead Sea is 400 meters below sea level and is also present in Asia. So we have the highest and the lowest point on Earth both in the same continent. Then talking about the roof of the world. Here we are talking about the Tibetan Plateau. So the Tibetan Plateau or the Pamir Plateau is also known as the roof of the world. And this vast plateau is located again in the continent of Asia. So Asia definitely is a home to the most important and significant physical features on the surface of the Earth. So before we proceed with our lesson, could you help me answer this simple question? Which plateau in Asia is known as the roof of the world? Is it the Mongolian plateau, the Deccan Plateau or the Tibetan Plateau? Yes, the correct answer is the Tibetan Plateau. We just learned that Tibetan Plateau, also known as the Pamir Plateau, is often referred to as the roof of the world. This is simply because of its high elevation and it being the largest plateau on the surface of the earth. Now, besides the highest and the lowest point, Asia is also home to world's largest freshwater lake by volume, that is Lake Baikal. So Lake Baikal in Russia is the largest freshwater lake present on the surface of the earth. Now this largest freshwater lake by volume is also the deepest continental body of water. Now what do we mean by continental body of water? This refers to those water bodies that are surrounded by land on all sides. As we can see from the very location of Lake Baikal, it is present and surrounded by land on all sides. So it is a continental body of water and it is the deepest continental body of water with a depth of more than around 1600 meters. So Asia is home to world's largest freshwater lake, that is Lake Baikal, which is also the deepest continental body with a depth of more than 1600 meters. Isn't that amazing? Lake Baikal is the oldest existing lake on the surface of the earth. It has been here since 25 million years and is home to 25,000 species. The lake is as old as the earth itself. It is one of the most important and significant lakes in the continent of Asia. 80% of the species found here can only be found in this particular lake. And this is why it is a very unique physical feature found in this continent. Now, Asia is not only home to the largest freshwater lake, but is also a home to the largest saltwater lake. Here we are talking about the Caspian Sea. So Caspian Sea is the world's largest saltwater lake and it lies between Europe and Asia. So as we can see here in this map, that right between Europe and Asia, we find the largest saltwater lake, that is the Caspian Sea. Now you must be wondering, why am I calling Caspian Sea as the largest saltwater lake? We see that there are two different physical features given to the same water body. The Caspian Sea also being referred to as the largest saltwater lake. This is only because this particular sea that acts as a boundary between Europe and Asia is bounded by land on all sides, and that is why it is often referred to as an inland water body. Well, it is also the largest inland water body on the earth, and it is all in Asia. Now, we also see that Caspian Sea has a very strategic importance. Why so? It is only because of the presence of mineral resources that we find in the Caspian Sea. And this strategic importance is shared by all the countries that surround the Caspian Sea. There are 5 countries that share the natural heritage of this particular lake. And that is Azerbaijan, right here. Then we have Iran, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, and Russia. So all these 5 countries share the natural heritage of the Caspian Sea. Even though they are politically and socially divided, they have a common concern for this region. Now coming to another important factor. Asia is the continent where the lowest temperature of winters were recorded. So, Verkhoyansk in the Asian part of Russia is the place that recorded the lowest temperature in the world, and that is minus 68 degrees Celsius. While we know that water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius, this place here recorded a temperature of minus 68 degrees centigrade. Can you imagine the severity of the winter winds that blew in this place? These definitely justify the title given to this continent. Well, we shouldn't be surprised with the fact that the continent that recorded the lowest temperature is also the place that has recorded some of the highest temperatures on Earth. Here we are talking about Avaz in Iran and Tirazvi in Israel. So these two places are the ones that have recorded the highest temperature, that is around 54 degrees centigrade. Let's move on to other reasons and facts that rightly justify the title. The wettest place on Earth is also present in the continent of Asia. And here we are talking about Mawsynram. So Mawsynram is a place, a village in Meghalaya, that is a state in India. India is a country of Asia, and this is the place which is the wettest place on Earth. So it experiences immense amount of rainfall throughout the year and is the wettest place on Earth. All this present in the same continent. And there we talked about the wettest place on Earth. Well, the rivers too play a very important role in defining the geography of any place. Asia is also home to the largest delta, and that is the Ganga-Brahmaputra delta. So the Ganga-Brahmaputra delta, that is a result of the Ganga river and the Brahmaputra river, is also present in Asia, that is right here. And this is the largest delta in the world. So while we are talking of the geography of the continent, we shouldn't forget the demography. Here we are talking about the population. Asia also tops the list when it comes to the population density. So the most populous countries of the world, that is China and India, are both a part of Asia. And the combined population of these two countries together make up for over 2.8 billion people as of 2021. We know that the world is densely populated and the population at present time is around 7 billion. Well, 2.8 billion of which is contributed only by two countries of the same continent. Now from the very title, the continent is the land of extremes. So while we have the most populous countries in the continent, we also in the same place have places that are least populous in the entire world. Here we are referring to Maldives and Brunei. So these two places in Asia are the places that are least populous. So these were the different facts and reasons that rightly justify the title given to this vast continent of Asia, that is the land of extremes. In this lesson, we were able to understand why the largest continent on Earth, that is Asia, is called the land of extremes. With all the extreme adjectives of highest, lowest, largest, most, populous, least populous, all of this being attributed to the same continent, it definitely is the land of extremes. In our next lesson, we will understand the different regions of this continent and see how these different regions are unique in their own way. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com or download the DeltaStep app to learn one-to-one with our amazing teachers or to get access to all our 5,000 plus amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology. Get million plus questions with step-by-step solutions and unlimited mock test. Get all your doubts resolved instantly. Learn via games and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, it is rewarding too. So register for free now.